doing the skits with the what the hell was it? The damn Squid Games. You doing any more of them Squid Game skits? What's up?
I did one yesterday on today's episode of my podcast. I did one where Todd pulled me over and I spent most of my time editing that with figuring out all the sounds that you need to have to portray an audio sketch of being pulled over. You know, there's a lot of fucking sounds.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
It was probably like 25 I had to go find.
Oh my God.
So. I don't know, maybe that many, but roughly.
Well, you really take that shit serious, man. Producing all them sounds into a podcast. Good God.
Yeah. I've been winging it for so many years.
Yeah.
So this time I'm trying to I'm trying to look at my podcast differently. Like it's more of a drawing than it is a fucking me just talking.
When you do your podcast, do you do your like a soundboard throughout your podcast, like with different sound effects? Like
that doesn't come till after I do any recording. I straight up, and then once I record it, like if I do an interview, I have to go back through and see what I want to cut out, and then if there's any sketches that I do, I'll go hunting through soundboards. I'll go hunt for like an hour, just listening to different sounds and shit, trying to find ideas. And shit will just hit me with the sounds I hear. I'm like, oh, I could do this. Oh, I could have a guy, whatever, doing this and this sounds.
Yeah.
And then, but this one I just did the other day with my friend was the first time I did one with somebody else where we just pretended the whole time that he was a cop pulling me over, but he was about to retire and he's pretty uptight. And he finally decided to give weed a chance. And we were hitting bongs in my car. And then he took me to,
so dumb.
And then we went to his car and I got to pull people over and talk in the fucking speakers.
I don't know what's wrong with you, but I like every bit of it.
Hey, let's officially get this going, man.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we've already been recording a little bit of it, but hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mike, and that's Rob, and this is the Sticky Side. And Rob, I usually start the show off by asking you what's up in Florida and how's the weather. But you know what? I know the weather's going to be great, like you always say it is. But I'm just
hot, bro. I'm sweating.
It's hot like our guest. It's hot like our guest tonight. Let's just jump right into who we got. So we got Mr. Shaun Latham, comedian, podcaster, chef. You may know him from his time over at Barstool Sports, $20 Chef, and maybe you caught him on stage at Laugh Factory is one of the clubs you frequent, right? Take it away, Mr. Shaun Latham. What's going on, man?
Let's not forget I'm also a fighter and also an avid cornhole player. I can also MC. I can also MC anything. X-Serious. No, I'm just kidding. I emailed you guys 3 pages of credits. Can we just run this back and do it again with the notes?
I'm glad you sent it to the wrong email.
No, let's go ahead and run that back. This is the fast side of the bag. This is the wrong podcast. This is you guys don't want to go to the sticky side. You guys are running the fast side. I wanted to go sticky side. That's what I thought I was on. That's what I wrote for.
Yeah, sticky side's a little slower.
Sticky side.
Yeah.
A little slower.
Little slower.
I've really become to love the sticky side actually. I'm such an aggressive tosser, with the bags. But I've really found a home here coming out the gate early with those fucking with the sticky side. You know what I mean? Just got to make sure you don't pull it to the left. That's all.
Yeah. I'm going to isolate that comment, right? And I'm going to use that in our show promo now.
Hey, bro, I heard you one of the best comment isolators in the game. I want you to isolate all these comments.
No,
I want you to isolate Rob
here.
I can't with you. I can't with you.
Listen, I was doing my research, and the first thing that came up in Google with you was it says he's one of the top comment isolators, and I was like, wow, that's a wild thing.
Dude, that's better than usually what I get. I usually get killed a woman in the I usually get, when you Google Michael Bird, it's killed woman Capitol Police Officer. Thank you, Michael Bird. Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize you from all the January 6th footage, man.
Oh my God, bro!
Yeah,
I came marching out with a fucking podium. I'm like, wow, that's a real soldier right there.
No matter how big I ever get, if I ever get big at all, like if I achieve Rob Chismark status, I will
physically or popularity.
Popularity on Google. If you Google search Michael Bird 20 years from now, that dude will still overshadow me, even if I'm famous.
No matter what, though, no matter who you, whatever happens to you in your life, you're too close to Marty Bird, and you're fucked either way on Google. So Marty Bird is the best bird. You're the lower tier bird than Marty Bird.
No, but he spells his bird
right.
different.
He's a high tier bird. You're just either way, IY or fucking.
No, he spells it BYRDE. Who the fuck spells bird BYRDE? Is this some French bullshit? I know. That's somebody in Hollywood. Some of the people at the fucking writer room. Yeah, that's some Netflix propaganda. Hey, do me a favor and spell bird this way.
That's literally the worst part of that whole show is how they spell that name. Like whoever came up with the idea to fucking be clever and make Marty Bird's last name spelled like that. I hope you're the only person that doesn't get your contract renewed on season 5 or whatever.
Fucking Jason Bateman. Talk about a dude that like found a rebirth in his career. He's one of my most favorite actors now. And
yeah, bro, I love that guy.
Dude, man, from like Teen Wolf 2 to
he should when he wraps up this shit in Ozarks, if they make it out alive, he should really think about doing maybe more of like a life coach stuff. You know, I really feel like that guy can walk me through some fucking situations, and I'll get out of better. I'll come out better with his guidance than I would without it.
I can't, dude. I can't. I ain't got no fucking questions.
Life coach.
All he can do is just keep talking. This is like an hour stand up with Shaun Latham.
No, I love
Oculus for 100 stars.
Bang!
Let's roll.
Wait.
Rob's only real job here was to tack up those jerseys on the wall. He's just gonna sit there
and drink whatever.
Fucking
I'm gonna drink
90-ounce Jack and Coke there out of that Florida fucking coffee mug.
He's probably got wine in that damn cup, pretending like he's drinking something hard.
This is my wine cup right here. What the fuck? What you mean something hard? Wine is good, man. Shaun likes wine. He uses it in his cooking.
You know what? So Shaun, for the people that don't know who you are, right? Okay. For people that don't know who you are, give us like a brief background. Because look, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've heard of Barstool Sports. I got people that I know people that are familiar with it. I'm in Drinking Bros. I think Barstool and Drinking Bros kind of like sort of the same type genre, I guess you could say.
Don't roast him, Shaun. Don't roast him.
Hey!
Don't roast him.
He's probably coming, but as Laura looks at me like, "Oh, I just said that." Now Rob's going to isolate that comment, fucker. But
total
yeah,
isolation. No comments from here on out.
So yeah, just because I didn't know who you were until like a couple of days ago, and then Rob mentioned you, man. So I did some research on you, and I did want to ask you one thing before we go into your background. Are you really a fighter? Because is that picture on Twitter you like standing over a dude that you just knocked down?
Yeah, I knocked that kid out cold. I trained 2 months for that motherfucking fight, bro, and I laid him out in 15 seconds. Now, I fought in a couple rough and rowdies. Barstool Sports, they have that rough and rowdy. It's just an amateur boxing thing. But I did train for years with MMA legends. Chris Lytle is like my sensei.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
On the jiu-jitsu side and the boxing side, I had a lot. I also had, there was like a whole crew of guys in Indy that all train. There's, Matt Mitrione trains out of there. There's a lot of guys from a lot of different levels. Andrew, my boy Andrew, also a previous UFC fighter. And I'm spacing right now on his last name. I apologize. But there was just a really good crew of guys there. And I was doing stand-up at Morty's Comedy Club one night. Chris Lytle happened to be there at the show because another comedian had met him and invited him. And he came, bro, and I started roasting him. He's on the top floor, and I just started fucking up the mic stand or something, like I was choking the mic stand out. Anyways, me and him end up just drinking at the bar. We're the last 2 people for the night, and we just sat there getting hammered all night. My old co-host, Todd McComas, was the owner of the bar, so it's not like we had to leave. And then he just like, hey, if you ever want to train, I've always wanted to train. Like, that's all I've ever wanted to do as a child. I thought I was fucking Van Damme for 12 years. I used to practice all the moves.
Could you do the split?
And I was pretty damn close at an early age. I was pretty close. I can get my top leg stretched out completely to the top bunk. That was pretty good.
Oh my God.
But so I started training jiu-jitsu and boxing. Casually with those dudes. They all train in the mornings. All their classes and shit are later in the day. But all the pros and all the guys that are actually training and all the sparring training partners with the guys who are actually fighting in events, they all hang out and do it there. So I just started working out and banging it out with them and just getting my ass beat pretty much every single time by every single person. But I slowly learned, and then they would start bringing in other guys that wanted to train like here and there. So I became like the guinea pig for anybody new that came in, which was kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Because then I got to like test my skills for real against fucking dudes that were pretty big that just haven't had as much training as me. So I got to like, tee off on some dudes and have a good time with some rookies after getting beat up mostly every single fucking time I went there for the entire goddamn 3 years. But then, but that's when Barstool came along, and I randomly told Dave one time when we were hanging out, I was like, I'll fight in Rough and Rowdy, bro. Because I had been training. Like, why would I want? I'll beat the fucking any of these clowns. And then it just started from there, bro. And I did 2 fights. That shit was wild.
Well, that dude's definitely like napping. I mean, he looks like he was knocked into tomorrow in that picture.
Yeah, that was probably one of the top 3 proudest moment of my life. I have to figure out the other 2, but
I was like,
that one's up there. It's like a 250,000 people were watching, and it was actually, it was actually absolute insanity. Luke Rockhold walked me out. That was my corner man who taped me up.
Oh my gosh,
that's my homie.
How does it feel?
It was just one of those fucking nights. I was just like one of the craziest nights of my life. Like, it was just absolute bonkers.
Well, when you knocked him out, how does that feel, man? To be in the middle of the ring with all these people watching, and you just knocked the dude out. You just took his masculinity from him in front of thousands of people. How does that feel?
It was absolutely electric. I mean, there's nothing more electric. Like, I wanted to like cheer out of my skin. I was just like, yeah, I was so pumped. Like, it was the most exhilarating moment of all time, definitely. Because even from a stand-up background where everything is like electric, like in the moment, you don't know if you start hitting and then you kill, you get that feeling. But there's just another feeling because of your adrenaline and the flight or fight in your body that goes bananas when you fight. When you're not a fighter, like you're not a trained guy who goes out and fights regularly, and you just do that wild shit. It was the second time was way better because I had to have that experience because I thought it would be like sparring. I was like, I've been sparred so much, I fought so many guys training, and during training, I got beat up so much by dudes, but it was such a different adrenaline dump when the fight actually happened as opposed to sparring, and I learned that the hard way, and that's why I lost the split decision on the first one, but the second one I was so focused and it didn't bother me, and I just laid it. I just did my training and I laid him out with a clean ass left, bro. That was a wrap, and it was good for me. Thank God that happened because that was a hell of a fucking moment. I'm cool with that kid now. He's cool as shit. He's one of the funniest trolls on Twitter.
I mean, a lot of people want to do what you did, man. Like I wanted to do like Tough Mans when I was younger, but I'm at the age now where it's like fighters 46. So
yeah.
I mean, I'm
you have
beyond
to get like an MRI and shit to fight rough.
Bro, I'm telling you, right? Concussions, and then I was listening to Joe Rogan today talking about the Diaz brothers and how they should just call it quits, because they've got so much.
Save their heads,
dude. Yeah, save them, man. Like, is it Nate? No, it's Nick. Nick, you can barely even understand him talking anymore.
Nick's the one. Yeah, Nick looked like trash. He came back not too long ago after several year hiatus, suspensions over weed and all that.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz obviously been crushing, and he loses fights, but they're so entertaining either way. That doesn't matter that he loses. Yeah, they've been fighting since they were little kids. They probably should stop. I mean, I'm pretty sure their heads are pretty soon. It's going to start getting to that linebacker CTE level, fucking Junior Seau action.
No, that's
you don't want that.
No bueno.
And I'm just waiting for it. Like, when are we going to start seeing some shit go wrong with this shit?
Yeah.
Like we haven't seen any long term shit with UFC. And I used to go from video store to video store in the late 90s looking for these UFC videos.
No,
like I want to see these guys fucking square off, bro. I was dying.
They did, man. They did.
It was hard to find those videos.
Yeah.
And those boys fighting more than once in the same night back when the UFC first started. And it was a real tournament, and you get 16 guys start and one guy finishes, and they would run through all those matches, 4 matches if you were going to win. And Gracie never really took a lot of punishment, but that dude won a lot.
Yeah,
that shit was incredible. This kid from Mark, a super dude that was way into fighting at Chevy's Mexican restaurant, my coworker in '99. He had the hookup on the videos with the Vitor Belfort shit and all that.
Oh man,
yeah,
that was Vitor was jacked on roids. He looked like a superhero, man. He was unbelievable.
Jacked on roids, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of them back then were Ken Shamrock. God. I remember, man. I remember playing this day. You go to the local gas station. They'd have the VHS rack up there where you could rent them, and there would be the blue UFC like 1 or 2 case up there.
This guy.
Yeah, yeah, that guy
with the world behind him. Yes, sir.
And it had like that was when was it Cale Yarborough? I think is his name. That really giant black sumo wrestler guy fought. God, the dude, I can't think of his name now. Keith Hackney. Little bitty white dude, Kenpo karate guy.
Knocked him stiff, bro. Knocked him stiff. Knocked him out. Remember that dude? Oh, he fell down. Yeah. He was like, my God.
I could be thankful for a lot of things in life, but I'm really most thankful that I've never been laying down in public unconscious with my arm locked up. You know what I mean? The wrist turned in. The fact that I've never just been like laying on the street outside of a bar, unconscious, getting laughed at.
Yeah. Wrist turned up, just like you said, bro. Like, snoring too, all locked up like this.
Just locked, bro. Knocked out. Just somebody shaking him down, taking their wallets like a bitch, bro. You guys, if you fuck around on Reddit, you got to go on r/fight porn, and it's just all types of fighting from every level of every action possible, and it's my favorite shit in the whole wide world, bro.
Oh, just like public fights.
Yeah, public. No, all kinds. Like professional to public. Girl fights, guy fights, high school, bar. Fucking the shit from Japan. It's just. People getting laid out is what it really comes down to, and it's really awesome.
I enjoy the knockouts. I call them zombie knockouts, when they get knocked out so bad, they just like body completely stiffens up and they just make this weird face and just tumble over, like their leg goes backwards and you're like, oh my God, he just like snapped his knee off. Yeah, those are the ones I enjoy.
I like the road rage ones, and then when someone gets stuck, the aggressor gets stuck in the mouth a couple times. And then he regroups. And he's like, you know what? Maybe I made a bad decision here. Just turns around, goes back to the car. Those are my favorites. Someone just catches a lesson. When someone catches a lesson, those are the best, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When someone catches a lesson in fucking Russia, some guy hops out of the car, catches a 1-2, ping, pop, bang, and then he just fucking gets up and goes back to his truck like nothing happened. You're like, what a shitty feeling you are just driving down the street like, yo, I just got pulled out.
I thought I was
trying to be a tough guy. This guy beat the fuck out of me, and I didn't do nothing except jump in my truck and drive off.
Man,
I was tough. I was so tough.
Fucking, it's amazing the courage people get behind the wheel of their cars, though, man. So I'm driving home the other day, and I'm taking this exit. So I had to merge into the right lane to get over to take this exit. And I looked in my rearview mirror and I seen this car just flying up on me, and she wasn't going to, let me in. So I had to turn in front of her, but I sped up and then I started slowing down going into the exit. So she got right on my ass, right? And I was like, oh, fuck this woman. So I hit the brakes and made her like come really close to my ass in. Yeah, I was being a bitch because she was, pissing me off. Because I saw her in the rearview mirror, like, doing middle fingers and, like, talking to herself, cussing me out. So she got beside me, and it was this old, big, fat lady, man. I mean, she was horrible. And she just started pointing at me and just yelling at me and, whatever. So I had to turn, make this left. She stops in the middle of the road, rolls her window down, and just starts, like, yelling at me. I was like, woman, if you got out the car, and did that, she would never get out the car and do that to me. It's always behind that wheel.
Why? What would happen? What would you do? Let's get you canceled right now. What would you do, bro?
I would have said, lady,
buy her a gift card.
My name is Robert Chismark, and it's nice to meet you. Here's my number. Let's go have a drink.
No. Let's be honest here. Let's have real dialogue. What would happen?
Not today. We can do this later, Shaun. Quit playing games.
People get behind the cars. I don't know.
In our final episode, Shaun Latham joins us.
Isolate that shit. Isolate it.
Isolate that.
We're going to remember this episode right here. I think we should air this?
Progress. Isolation in progress.
I'm really a nice guy on the road, guys. Hey.
Poor old lady. All she was trying to do was get off the exit, and you cutting her off.
Oh, she was being a dick, man. She wouldn't let me over. What a Nothing. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna have to put the
Yeah.
E for explicit on this episode, Rob.
Oh my
usually
God,
pretty
you are.
good.
It's Shaun Latham, bro.
Oh,
Shaun
well,
Latham.
Sean's gone.
Oh my God, he's gone.
He's gone. What happened? Oh no.
Hey, you're the one trying to cancel yourself. I mean, I'm just sitting here just trying to figure it out because I don't like that kind of stuff.
Hey, if we're not canceled by
what?
now, I think we're good. If I'm not,
Whoa.
My other podcast is worse than this one. This one right here, we're a little more politically correct, I guess you could say. And I hate that word though. I hate that word.
This is the league, bro. We got to be a little bit correct. We ain't got to be politically correct. Just correct.
It's one of these
correction.
Yeah,
I like the color. I like your curtain color scheme. It's very Jamaican flaggish.
That's him back there. That's a green screen, so he can put you up there.
Oh, he can't see my green screen. No, he can't see.
Oh, okay.
That's
I can see the red and the black and a little bit of green.
Oh, that's right. He can see what I can see. I got you.
Yeah. You can.
Now, Rob, did you have a company come in and professionally hang those jerseys?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course I did. What?
Well,
are you kidding me?
They did a shitty job. Well, no, they do look level. Yeah.
Man, what? It was awesome. I mean, it only took him like 25 minutes, but I had to pay for 2 hours. You know how it goes.
I love that I could see studs in the background behind your curtain.
Damn right you can.
You're at some podcast trap house.
It's a studio.
It's like an escape room.
If you will.
Hey,
Tell him, Sean, if you will.
Hey, I don't know. Are we supposed to talk about anything in particular in this podcast, or are we just whatever?
No, I like it when you go wherever. So come on.
I got stuff I want to
watching,
ask you though, but we'll just wing it. That's what we do.
Yeah, ask away here. But I have to say, have you guys been watching anything Anna or something? Anna Delvey, the Netflix show?
No,
I better. I guess I better.
Man, bro, it's so funny.
I'm gonna need like a synopsis or something, so I don't waste my time.
No, you know what? Just jump into it. Something Anna.
Anna.
It's one of the top shows on Netflix. It's the chick. You ever what's her name from Ozarks? The girl, the smart hillbilly chick. What's her name?
Oh, no. I'm thinking of Yellowstone. Shit. What's her name, dude? She should get an award for Ozark though. She should definitely get an award.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah.
The little trailer park that runs a casino and shit.
Ruth.
Now, and then
Ruth
is the main actress in the show.
Oh, cool. She played the same type character.
She plays I'm telling you, it's very different. Anna Delvey. You just gotta watch it. It's something. I don't know. Something Anna.
All right, I'm gonna take your advice.
It's a wild little ride.
Dude, his advice is usually really good.
Hey,
by the way, I just want to go out on record here.
Uh-oh.
That if Hollywood's going to be giving its Tinder swindler money, this is a guy that scammed a bunch of chicks out of very large amounts of money.
How?
It was an absolute scam, right? And he had him going. First of all, he'd hook him in, make him fall in love, and then go fucking bonkers. And he would take him out on lavish, private jet first dates. He'd take him on private jets and shit. But then what would happen? So then he'd be like, "Oh, my credit cards are frozen. Just let's float me $60K real quick. I'll get you back on Monday." And they end up doing it type shit on credit card debt and taking some girl thought, it's a wild ride, but this guy's a huge scam artist.
Have you seen it,
He
Rob?
went to jail for like a year or something. And now, but these women have like $500,000 debts, some of them. I just want to say that I hope those girls get paid back, bro, before this guy gets to start profiting off his story.
Well, it's already happening, man. He's already. I don't think these girls are going to get anything off of that. My thing is, how did he only get 5 years in prison?
It was
knows,
8
bro.
months.
Eight months in prison.
See, she is upset, and I get it. She has the right to be upset.
And who was Peter? And he used that same picture of Peter and him in the ambulance with blood on all them women. So I'm going to tell you,
people should be getting their money back before this guy's allowed to profit off the story.
Yeah, well, he's already driving.
That's my moral compass code message today.
Yeah, but he's already making millions of dollars again in Israel, where he's from, and he's already driving like Lamborghinis again. I don't know how he's rich again. How did he do that? Was he swindling?
Probably sold the story. I don't know. Probably sold the story. Probably out there swindling again now, but he's on the Bumble swindler.
The Bumble swindler.
Yo, aren't you the same chicks from Tinder? Just another account. Didn't you guys see the show?
He's the
It's on
bumble
it's on Netflix.
buzzler.
I mean, it's like the number 5 show for weeks.
It's a good show, man. It's a real good show.
If you get swindled by the Tinder guy now, you deserve it. I mean, the word is out, bro.
Hey, look, you done took us to this Netflix world, and I watched a Netflix movie last night that just came out this week. Have you seen the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Not really fucking scary movies too much.
Oh, yeah.
The streets are scary enough for me.
Well, so much for me talking about my chainsaw movie. Okay, never mind. Next.
No, you guys can talk about it. I just don't know shit about it.
No,
I
didn't know.
I don't do scary movies, man.
Well, so basically, it's Leatherface killing a bunch of influencers that moved to his town, and it's all these little 20, 25-year-old, cancel culture type personalities that are, the woke, I guess you could say, and Leatherface just wipes them all out, kills them all. It was great.
I wonder what happened with
you
their
actually
Twitter
root
account.
for Leatherface? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
The whole movie, yeah.
You actually.
I like to get my hands on some of those murdered influencers' Twitter accounts so you switch them over. They're probably all verified.
Gotta be blue checks everywhere.
I'm trying to push these shows.
Yeah,
I love it. You're verified.
Yeah, he is. I saw his little blue check mark.
I got mad check marks, bro.
90,000 followers. How many followers you got?
Like 85 or something.
Growing by the minute.
On $20 Chef, my personal is like 35.
Tell us about that, man. So $20 Chef, where'd that come from? How'd that start?
I was just cooking, man, at the house.
He's no Tinder swindler. Just so y'all know. He's no Tinder swindler.
Mac. I was a Snapchat snack Mac.
$20 shift. Snapchat snack Mac. Come on.
No, but I just have fun doing it on Snapchat, bro. Just doing cooking. I'm doing funny videos while I cooked.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started working with Pat McAfee, and he wanted to do some video content. He's like, "What do you want to do?" And I floated this idea out first of like cooking with fire, where I would just go around cooking with fire departments, but that obviously would get old after a while. Because you can only do so much with the fire department. How many episodes can I do?
Right.
And then we ended up just doing below budget cooking, and then somebody just said $20 Chef, and probably Pat McAfee made that up, and then we just made it. And one of his graphic artist interns made the logo, and we started filming, and it was really fun. And then we just kept going and and then started getting sponsors, and then that's when shit got really good.
No doubt.
Then that's when I moved to 2 episodes a week getting sponsored, and then that led to my first good sized contract. My first time I ever made $100,000 in my whole life.
Damn. Did that feel better than knocking somebody out?
Yeah. You know what? Actually, no, because of taxes and stuff. But
feels like you get knocked out.
But that it was an unbelievable feeling to sign a contract for me personally, at least, because I ain't shit. I've just been a struggling comedian for most of my life. On some level, I mean, I've had great runs where I opened for Gabriel Iglesias, and I've there's been a lot of these moments where I've gotten to hang out with these amazing teams. And that just kept going. I love cooking, and I love being stupid, saying dumb shit, and also mixing in some actual facts and some things that are actually helpful. And that's it. I just keep going. Like I just filmed 2 episodes last Tuesday or something. Set the footage off. We've been hammering away at the reels and all this other stuff. I got a new editor hammering away at Chef. So we're just gonna try to repurpose a bunch right now because reels go to people who don't follow you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's where you got to put your shit out at right now. You got to hammer reels, YouTube stories, and TikTok because people who don't follow you are looking at people they don't follow, and that's how you get all the followers real quick from new people, as opposed to just putting out episodes to people who've been watching your shit forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's motivating now because I'm like, all right, let's just start cutting up reels, 1-minute reels of everything. Just start at the beginning and go. And
nice.
That's my goal right now for Chef going forward because I have so many amazing guests. I have 20 guests at the top that are unbelievable, from Mike Epps to Fluffy, Joe Coy, Aaron Sanchez, Master Chef, Master Chef Shaun O'Neal, who I had yesterday. So I'm just trying to I have so much content. And I'm still filming more, but like, why not just hammer the stuff that I have cut up differently and, made to push to YouTube or whatever. I don't know if it's going to work. That's where I'm spending my money at right now. And where I'm taking a gamble at, and that's what you have to do at this point in this game. Shit's. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're talking about reels. I honestly don't really know how that works. So, I know how they keep popping up on your Facebook, right? All right, reels. You click on. So, do you have to download those videos to your Instagram, and then they translate over to a reel?
Nah, you can just watch them, man, all day long.
No, reel is another word for a video. So when you upload video to Instagram to your regular page, just as a regular post, that's going to people. That algorithm, that feed, that goes into a feed of people who actually follow you, your followers, whether it's for 1 or 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
A reel is just video that's full phone. Not 9:16, but 16:9.
Okay.
Like the way of the phone.
Yeah.
And those are videos. Those are the videos you scroll, right, of people you've never seen before and people you don't follow.
Yeah.
So reels that's where you want, and all it means is like you can't, it's just the reels go to people who don't follow you, and that's where you build the audience. At least try. Like that's why I'm hammering on 1 reel a day right now, every day.
Nice.
I guess what I'm asking you is, what makes a video a reel, though? Like, is it the video you upload or download
1 minute or less?
What's that?
Yeah, it's a video you upload.
Okay.
You can upload any size video, but the algorithm only wants to see a full screen video, shot long way, up and down, not side to side like a movie, right? They want it tall.
Yeah.
Because that fills the whole that's the user experience is complete because it's filling the entire screen. Like if you put this video that we have right here filming, it's going to be the one that goes across the strip. It's like a strip across the middle.
Yeah.
That's not a reel. Like, yeah, it could be uploaded as a reel and it will go to people who do not follow you. But you're not going to get maximized or tossed into the algorithm very well because they're only putting in the
wrong
shit.
way.
Yeah, they want a certain experience for people the user to have a certain experience. And that video, with the black on top and the bottom is just a waste of space because there's nothing being taken up. It's just, but again, TikTok, the reason people blow up on TikTok is because their videos get tossed in an algorithm to people who aren't following them.
Okay. So Rob,
I mean, a lot of those followers come from other countries too. Is that some of the way that they blow up on TikTok in your experience is what you've seen, or is it, I mean, do they blow up here in America? What have you seen with that?
Both, but the internet depends on what you're doing and what your product is. Like the dude that's in Thailand that puts the egg in his beer. He drinks he puts half a bottle of whiskey in there, some other shit, a couple more beers, and then he takes a fucking cigarette and he lights it off his finger. And that dude, that's the international guy that I saw on Instagram and I felt Twitter, and Pang Nam, I think his name. But my buddy Johnny Drinks, for instance, he's got 2 million. Him and his dad have an account called Johnny Drinks. And they've cracked 2 million, and I've been hanging out with them for around 500, 700,000. And nice. I just watched the growth, right? And I'm telling you, it's just a matter of these companies need to sell ad space. So the only way they can sell ad space is if there's content in the feed to make people come in and watch it. Every time you open TikTok, there's an ad, and then it says skip ad. So what they do to keep the user going is, let's say, Rob Chismark has 100 followers, but he keeps posting these TikToks every day. Well, they're going to throw him a bone. They put regular people in front of masses, and then that way you can start adding people. That's why so many people are more successful on TikTok than Instagram. Instagram, people have to know you to follow you. It's much harder to gain people on Instagram than it is on TikTok. And it's harder to gain people on Twitter than it is. TikTok's that's a walk in the park to get followers compared to Twitter. It's super hard on Twitter. So, at this point of social media, it's all about posting to the medium of people who aren't following you already. And we never had that before. That's never been a thing. The only people that would see your shit are people who follow you, and that's just the way it's been since the days of MySpace and Friendster or whatever before that, and Tribe before that. So, that's what I'm trying. We just started like a week and a half ago. So, you just got to keep hammering away.
Have you seen any uptick yet?
Yeah, definitely. All? Yeah, on YouTube already. I've already added like 100 some subscribers in a week.
I mean, you're funny. I don't want to. I'm not trying to take away from anything, but hanging out with you and getting to know you over the years, you're funny as hell. So if you're uploading the right reels, the right 1 minute videos, that shit is funny. You're gonna get followers. I love it when you start talking about your strong eye. That's one of my favorite things you do.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna start putting out some of the stand. I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I'm doing with the chef stuff with stand-up video, and then hopefully start having a camera on the crowd and on myself, so that when I do crowd work, I can just use that. I don't know. I just across the board. I said, there's so much stuff you could do, and there's so many different avenues you could build your own. I just find my own avenues. Like that's all you can really do at this point. I can't do what everybody else is doing. Like I got to be the only comedian that's got. There's not another comedian that can fuck with me in Cornhole. There might be some funnier people, but I guarantee you, I'll fucking skunk about 99% of the comedy world.
You know what, Rob?
I don't know, man.
If we don't get canceled,
Carlos Mencia, he likes to steal a lot of shit, so he might be able to steal your game.
You better steal 21 points because he ain't gonna get that.
Well, Rob, if we don't get canceled because of Shaun Latham's episode, at least we're learning some shit from Shaun Latham tonight.
There's
reels. Not me.
That was a damn. What do you call that? A seminar right there. Sean taught us a lot. I think
I'm sitting back, taking notes.
The way you like to capture shit, I think we could probably do a lot with reels and then 1 minute videos he's talking about because. Yeah. I mean, I think it would help us. We don't have those followers, so let's go get them. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least try. I mean, it's all you could do, right?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Right.
It's still hard to add. It's hard to add people just from talking because there's 5 million of these podcasts, and I'm one of them, just like you guys. I'm no different than you guys. I have maybe a few more listeners, but
a few, as in like a couple thousand, probably.
Well, either way, whatever. Whether it's 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, I've been doing it for way longer than you, so of course I should. Just from a gradual uptick, I should definitely have more than you guys. But
right.
It's not because I'm better or anything. I mean, shit. We're just all doing this shit, trying to have a good time. Like I don't.
Yeah, everybody's trying to find their niche, man, and everybody thinks they're going to be the next Joe Rogan or the next Pat McAfee show, and that's just not the reality of the situation. A lot of these podcasts don't last 7 episodes. So
for me, I probably will be the next one of those guys, but everybody else won't. You know what I mean?
So, you know what? So we haven't even talked about. We are called the Sticky Side Cornhole, right? Mike wanted to add the word cornhole, right? And I said, nah. Why do we got to add cornhole? The Sticky Side is the Sticky Side. So we're the Sticky Side podcast. We talk about cornhole. Well, I want to know, how did you get involved with the American Cornhole League? I was there when you went to your first big tournament. We were there together in King of Prussia. You were warming up. You were getting ready. I was nobody at that time. I walked up to you and I'm like, hell, you were throwing by yourself. Everybody was so intimidated because they knew who you were and I knew who you were. And I'm like, I'm going to go talk to this dude. So we talked. How did you end up going from a player who came in and signed up, played in the competitive division, right? First year. So how did you end up going from there to what you're doing now with the American Cornhole League?
I was already playing a lot at when I was at Pat McAfee's office, when I was working in his office still for those 2 years. I was already playing a lot of cornhole. Indiana people play a lot of cornhole, just like in general, not like they all have their own bags type shit, but they all play at parties. Like everybody plays. There's always cornhole. So I started playing that way. And then when working at Pat's office, we had cornhole boards, and I had ordered the bags off of like SD or whatever that have the blue side and the gray side, and the other side has the red side and the gray side. And then we just were going to war in Pat's office every day. Me and the other employees. There was like probably 6 of us that really got into it hard, including Pat. And he was like, I'm 1 in 350 against him. He was incredible.
Wow.
I don't know how about now. I can't wait to play him again someday so I can see the difference. So I play so much now. But we just kept playing and playing and playing. I loved it, and I loved playing. So we got to New York, and I heard they were coming, and I'm like, I'm the cornhole guy here. I'm the fucking cornhole. Like, what are you talking about? Smitty ain't the cornhole guy. I'm the cornhole guy, bro. I'll smoke anybody in this office at cornhole. And so, so I ended up being the cornhole guy. And I put it out there, and that's when I started doing the events with Trey. and went to LA with Tito Ortiz and shit, doing that celebrity thing. And
that was the cancer one or whatever, the
yes,
fundraiser out there. Yeah, okay.
yeah. And then I went to Philly to cover the event and just like see what's going on in the world.
Oh, well, look, I got a challenge for you, Shaun. Okay. So you seem to know Pat McAfee, right? He's a former NFL punter, right? So I know an NFL punter, and we challenge you and Pat to a game. What's up with that?
Well, you can challenge all you want, but I'm pretty sure that ain't going to happen. So,
right.
You can't get Pat on the courts?
No, I can't.
I wouldn't get Matt on the courts either. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Now, he probably would do it. I don't know.
And then I just started playing. I started playing at the Adcocks in Jersey on league nights. That's when I really started going bananas and just getting into the bags. And, then when I stopped working at Barstool, I hit up Trey and I was like, I want to work with the ACL. Like, I want to do this. I'll do that. Our podcast could do this. We could do that, whatever, ad deals, whatever. And it just kind of grew into what it is now. And now I play 2 different league nights a week. I have my boards in the garage where I can practice at all hours anytime I want. And I practice a lot. And that's it. I'm having fun doing these regionals, doing all these little events, conference events and things like that, just trying to get better. Well, that way I can, from a media perspective, whether or not if I become a pro, in 5 years, 10 years or never, or next year, I still need to be able to be involved and embedded in the game and in the life and know the people if I'm going to cover it on the media side. Like, you have to be able to be honest, talk about things organically and not forced. And the only way to do that really is to be in the trenches playing with everybody.
Yeah.
So now this year, your role has changed a little bit. Last year, you were kind of doing some commentary, some kind of live court stuff. This year, you're walking around these nationals and you're getting these really cool, I would call them even reels, but you're getting these really cool interviews with everybody as we roll the road up to Airmail City. So, it's gone. So as we roll the road up to Airmail City, so tell us about your new role as you're following the road to Airmail City.
So, I've been having meetings with Trey Stacy a lot, trying to figure out like where I fit into best. I'm still going to do any kind of gambling content they'll have going when they have that. Whenever they have a new partner in gambling, because it keeps on growing with, it's in 8 states now you can gamble on Cornhole. And they can see what I can do. Last year I did everything from, on my own videos to my own series through them, video series, random stories, vlog, podcast, commentate. I hosted a VIP thing one time at one of the events in Wichita, doing in between acts, did the commentary, did the video interviews and stuff for Superhole. But now with this year, it's just more focused. It's like we have the show Road to Airmail City, and they're gonna, we got to kind of document and roll with these top 8 players as they get developed and as they, fight for the top 8 spots, men and women. And we got to document it along the way through all the major events, all the majors, all the 5 nationals, and then at the end of that, top 8 men, top 8 women go to the Invitational, and that's at Shamir Moore's house in Calabasas up in LA. There's going to be like a red carpet the night before, and it's going to be a party, and everybody's going to be hanging out, and there's like $100,000 on the line for the winning team. It's co-ed teams, obviously. The number 1 woman will be teamed up with the number 8 man, and then the number 1 man will team up with the number 8 woman, and vice versa throughout the brackets. And that's it. Like, I'm just hosting that, and I'm trying to bring as much creativity I can to it. I throw a bunch of stuff against the wall, whatever they like, they take. I don't get offended if I'm not married to anything creatively on the show. I just want to make a nice and smooth product with the ACL, so that their money goes as far as possible on the show, and we can create the best show possible that they think is the best, not what I think. Like, I'll take direction and I'll do my thing also, or how I normally do it. And then I'll take direction and I'll work with everybody, and just to hopefully to create a really good looking show that, that people will enjoy watching, and watching these players fight their asses off over a whole year period, just to be a top 8, just obviously they want to be number 1, but at least now you're like, well, damn, if I can just fucking fight for this top 8, Like, I'll take the number 1 spot. I want it. But if I can at least squeeze in under the 8, I'm still in the running for $100,000 prize pool. And it's just an 8-team fucking tournament.
Yeah.
And that's just really fun. And I really like that. And I also like I like how it's growing. I just like how, you got these people like Shamir Moore out here like, yo, I'll fucking take my 4 million followers and point them right to you guys. I'll have a tournament at my back. I'll turn my backyard into a venue.
Have you seen it? Have you gone out?
No, not yet.
Oh my God.
It's incredible. There, but yeah, it looks incredible. And it's so motivating. Like, that's so damn cool, bro. That's what I would do if I had money and property and, and clout. That's exactly what I would do.
You live in Jersey, right? Now where you live?
Yeah.
I would definitely make a cornhole arena in my backyard if I had that kind of money.
Hell yeah.
Biggest tournaments. I mean, we were talking about this before we went on the air, man. I would put the ACL and the ACO out of business. I would have my own organization. I'd take over all the networks.
The backyard game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I like it.
No, it's really fun, and I'm really happy that they brought me back on, and they like what I do enough to give me a little bit of money and host this show. And I had really great conversations with so many different players on the first weekend, mostly because now I know everybody so well. I didn't go to high school with these motherfuckers. I don't mean, but I know, like me and you, I can sit here and talk to you forever, Rob.
Right.
That's just how it feels in the cornhole world after you've been in it after a while. And I just have such a good time. And I'm just, I don't edit the video. I just host the shit and talk, do as many segments as possible and let them figure that out.
You were all over the place, man. You had your little crew behind you, the cameraman, the sound man. They were all over the place. And I saw you. I mean, I feel like you hit every pro that was available to hit. And it was pretty cool just watching you do it. But you mentioned Todd a little earlier. How bad do you miss Todd being around with you, hanging out, doing his thing? I mean, you guys are good friends. You miss him?
Oh yeah, I really miss Todd. He's such a good yin yang with me. We're such a good yin and yang because he's such a type A personality. I'm such the type whatever the fuck the opposite is. He's always more organized, grounded part of our team. So we got a lot more done because I could be the maniac in the field getting shit done, hammering. Like I probably did 40 vlog videos, for the ACL vlog. That's why I always do that too. And I did that while we were in Vegas. I'd either have the crew with me or I'd have my own camera and microphone running around trying to get some funny stuff and some good stuff for the vlog. I just want to cover it as much as possible. It's really fun to do it. And I'm surprised that no one else, I'm surprised I got the jump on it, and got to get in with the ACL and do this kind of stuff because it's really fun and I just love playing. I just love playing, bro. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to brag, but I took my last league. I was the first 50-game winner in league history. I was first place. I won the league. Awesome. I won the tourney.
All right, here's the question: what's your PPR? Since that's such a big thing these days.
But probably 7, bro. Probably 7.
Nah.
But
okay.
I slop it up. I like to slop it up, lay down blocks. You know what I mean?
No, I'll tell you, Mike, he's a serious player. He has a lot of fun. You can tell he's a fun guy, but when it comes to sitting on the boards with him, he's a serious player. He tries to make every bag. He tries to figure out a way to pull the bag in. He does. He mentions Trey Birchfield. He kind of models his game after someone who can collect bags and muddle up the board, but still score. So he's serious about the game. There's no doubt about it. And playing with the Adcocks, that's some serious competition every week. And if you're playing twice a week with them, that's you're playing the game. You're playing the game the way it's meant to be played.
It's a good crew over here. A lot of good guys. Jimmy Humans all the time. He's in our he's in our league of regulars. There's some really good guys, really good competition. I just recently stopped stepping. I had a big move. I made a really big change in to my throw. I'm just now a right foot forward guy. I'm no more. I'm a standstill guy at the front of the line. No more stepping into it. Too many mechanics. Too much to break down. Mm-hmm. It's too much of like an international It's like trying to have keep a BMW. It's like it's just so much extra labor and parts and cost. I just found I'm hitting probably 20-35% more of my shots with this more of a squared shoulder. Right foot forward. I adjust my thumb a little bit on my grip. I'm getting a little bit. I like the velocity coming off my hand now. It seems more controlled than before. so I'm hitting more shots. I had a really good night last Tuesday, the first time. It's just fun, man. It's like you just keep adjusting it. People don't get it. Like people that are outside of cornhole don't get it. They're like these fucking goofballs throwing their bags around. They're like, yeah, buddy, but you slowly get into this. And next thing you know, bro, cornhole is definitely the only sport as an adult that has a crack feeling. It's like you can take a couple of key bumps here and there to start off. Next thing you know, you got your
Canceled.
face.
I
you got your face slammed into a pile of white powder, otherwise known as 4 sets of fucking bags you're trying to order, or buy off the secondary market.
People taking out loans just to buy cornhole bags, man.
Yeah, getting a Zuka, my backpack, and patches and hats. I mean, it's awesome.
It's gotten crazy. I've seen cornhole cause divorces. Dudes be going to blind draws 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week. I mean,
I can only hope.
I mean, you're screwed because your wife's as good as you are and probably plays as much as you. So
she's probably like, I'll drive every time. She'll drive you guys.
Not her. No, you got the wrong one. Y'all must not know her very well. Where is she right now? She's at a cornhole tournament.
That's awesome. It's just so much fun, bro. It's just such a good time.
Yeah, I went from stepping to standing still, man, and I found, like you said, the less movement, the less you can screw up. But then I look at Matt Guy, and he's a stepper, and he's like an 11.6 PPR.
Well, last year he went through a couple different phases, actually, because I interviewed him about it a couple times last season. He was a stepper. He was always a stepper that I had seen, and then out of nowhere he stopped stepping. And then I seen people in the comments, and I see him stop stepping. He was just standing at the front. And so I watched him a few games not step, and he was like, yeah, I'm throwing too hard, so I have to stop. He's like, when I stop throwing so hard, I'll go back to stepping. And that's exactly what he did. He went back. He honed back in on his technique where he was just throwing the right amount, the right amount of velocity and not throwing hard. He went back to stepping. But yeah, but also, I mean, I found out a lot about Matt Guy this weekend. I was at a kickoff battle. First of all, did you know that he was at one point before cornhole? He was
sixth ranked
horseshoe player in the world.
Yeah.
Nope,
his
never
father
heard that.
I was like, wait. Yeah, I was so pumped. I felt so cool. Like these stories tell me, he traveled around the country with his dad for 16 years hustling horseshoe tournaments, and that's the exact same goddamn thing. It's just how much horseshoes weigh? A pound? 2 pounds? Maybe?
They're a little bit heavier than
they weigh 3 pounds.
Yeah.
They weigh 48 ounces, but it's the same concept. Exactly what you're saying. Yeah. Same concept, pretty much the same distance. I mean, and he was good at that. Yeah. Like
number 6.
If you look at his throw, it looks like a horseshoe. He holds it out way different than everybody else. That bag when he puts it out there straight up and down, and he just takes it out, and it does when it floats through the air. It's got that horseshoe wobble. You know what I mean?
It's not a crisp fucking spiral flat bag. It's got that wobble to it.
Yep. But it goes in the hole. What the hell? Why does it go in the hole?
The statistics that this man, I haven't so far of all my cornhole. I mean, even though some people last year obviously had some great runs and they were doing some great stuff. Outside of, Cheyenne Renner's end of the year last year was pretty spectacular. But right now, what Matt Guy's been doing at Bacardi Opens and then into the fucking first nationals is pretty outstanding. I mean, these long matches against, he's lost a few of these Bacardi Opens, but he's the only guy that's consistently in the finals, no matter what, win or lose.
Right.
Hitting that many in a row.
Too. It was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time before Matt took off in the ACO like everybody thought he was. Because when he played in the ACO for a decade, he was always at the top. And it was just a matter of time before he cemented his position in the ACL. I mean, we got a younger generation of players coming up, like Trey, Birchfield, and Cheyenne. They're great, and they're going to be great, the Jamie Grahams of the world. But Matt's always going to be on top, man. He's the GOAT, and people can argue it till they're blue in the face. But this man has got more rings, championships than anybody. He's probably got triple the championships of the second highest person to him right now, which I don't even know who that would be, Rob. Who would that be?
I'm gonna say maybe Windsor.
Has Windsor got?
I don't know anybody else. I mean, there's no repeat besides Matt. There's no repeat world champion in the American Cornhole organization. So he was the only one who ever repeated. So there isn't anybody that really has those kind of accolades. And to be fair, before he became a pro in the ACL, he was the winningest player in the ACL when it comes to our nationals and things like that. He was still the winningest player in the ACL before he was even a pro.
Yeah.
So he's been the winningest player everywhere. I would guess he's second.
Well, maybe Jamie Graham. Jamie Graham was an ACO champion and an ACL champion, right?
Right. So maybe Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Baldwin has a singles and a doubles. So he's one of the only repeat winners of anything.
He's one of the first guys I know from I could recall from television knows James Baldwin by far.
Right.
Yeah.
That little throw with the quiet headset on, just fucking marching up and down, hitting bags.
Isn't that a crazy throw, man? That's a weird technique he uses, but man, it works for him. It's crazy.
It's kind of Doug Zaftish a little bit.
Oh,
I feel like
a little bit.
Well, Doug Zaft, I mean, he's been playing a long time too, but yeah, I was really loving seeing him do so well at the championships because I love him and when him and Bill Hadley made it to the broadcast.
Bagging Bill,
last year.
boy.
Yeah, one of my favorites,
Bill.
bro. I love both those dudes.
Well, Shaun, I'm curious, man. Like, how did you first find out about cornhole? I mean, Pat McAfee, the Pat McAfee show, was that what it was?
No, just playing at parties and shit in Indiana. Just summertime parties, hanging out, throwing it in Indiana when I moved there. I moved there in January of December 2015. And then that 16 is the year of Pat McAfee, but I started playing cornhole there in 2016, basically, in backyards and shit.
Yeah.
And then obviously I went to Pat's office is when it really got, started getting the passion, the crackness started to seep into my pores.
Hey,
and yeah.
I got one more question for you, man. With everything you got going on, do you do all your own editing or you got your own crew? You got your own editor?
Audio now, Todd was editing because it was only we just do an hour of talking. So, you just have to cut in the ad read and then the intro and outro. But now I do it. He moved on. He has a gig now, a full-time gig with Resonate Records doing true crime stuff. So content. So I've been editing and I know how to edit. I know the basics of audio stuff and the stuff that I need to know. Video I do too, but I try to audio edit video. I have a video editor that I pay every month for my videos that does all the social posting and all my editing. But audio I've been doing. These last 5 episodes I've done.
Rob, that's what we need. We need to pay somebody to do our editing because it's a pain in the ass, bro. Time consuming.
The rate you're looking at about for a podcast, when we're doing 2 episodes a week, if you want 1-minute clips, a few 1-minute clips with each episode, and then all the stuff uploaded and then posted to social media, it's about $2,000 a month.
All right, Rob.
So we got to generate that revenue. You need to help us to generate that revenue.
Yeah, we had ad reads. So I got ad reads and things, and we have an ad partner for the podcast, so it canceled itself out exactly between that and Patreon.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I enjoy the editing now. I enjoy it.
I'll see you except for the video stuff, you still hate that.
Yeah, but the audio is fun because I don't know, it's just something different about it. Just listening and how stupid it sounds. And so I always think about Adam Sandler, like Tobe with Willie type shit. That's my favorite. So
hey, Tobe with Willie.
You ever come?
I'm coming out of the booth.
I'm coming out of the booth.
or the goat in the back of the truck. We used to go to high school. My buddy's Bug, bro, just playing in that tape over and over and over and over. And over. Hey, man, the fucking guy, he keeps on fucking kicking me, man. This guy's crazy, man. The owner, he's crazy. He keeps kicking me and shit, man. Look at your fucking 12-pack, man. Yeah, that
Oh, my God, bro. Yeah.
I'm having fun doing that. I really enjoy that.
How much touring do you do with your comedy?
It depends, what. I don't have much happening right now, but over the years, always tons.
We got this.
Now it's more of a focus on online. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on. I know I could do stand up. That's the best thing I could do in my life. So that's the most confident I could be of anything is doing stand up because of crowd work. At this point, I love it, and every show's a unique individual experience. But I'm just like, well, I might as well just work on getting the numbers up and really get this shit back rocking and rolling, and then the shows will come and the tickets will sell way more. Like, why I don't want to go out on the road right now and do okay when I can just hammer these videos for 6 months, pump my numbers, and get my analytics, 50% higher the first half of the year than the last half of the last year. And then I can start selling more tickets. And then, when you go out of the house, it's for way more money than before.
Well, if you ever make it down to North Carolina, we got a couple of good clubs here, Charlie Goodnights and Raleigh Improv. We'd love to see you here.
Yeah. I work with the guys that book Charlie Goodnights that own that club. They own Helium Comedy Clubs.
Nope.
Nice.
So there you go.
I gotta get over there. Tickets will be $1,000 if you're
okay. Well, I'll catch your in Netflix special.
I'm gonna pretend like it's a political fundraiser. It's $1,000 a plate.
Nice.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. It's political fundraiser.
I hope they got. I hope that's a nice.
We're far ahead of Spencer McKenzie, the Throwdown this year. So I know you and me talked about that last year. Going to try to last minute you in, but we're far ahead of it this year. So that's you are the bullet point. So for the comedian, we're looking for Shaun Latham. So
yeah, I'd love to do that, bro. Get a room full.
End of August. So kind of keep it spaced out.
What's
it'd be great right after Worlds.
What are you going to be, like the MC?
Right.
I don't know what I'm going to be.
No, so they had a comedy act. They have at least one comedy act. 2 years ago, it was your boy.
Frankie Quinones.
What's his name? Yeah, it was him, dude. He was so good, bro. And then last year, probably another one of your guys, because he had to get back to LA right away. Taller dude, kind of half bald.
I know, bro.
I don't know.
Comics in LA.
Yeah, but he was pretty famous. He was pretty good too, but he toned it down for the kids because they put him in this side stage. But I'm gonna make sure you're a main stage guy because I mean that's where you belong, bro.
Listen,
I can't wait. I want to be close so you can make fun of me. I don't know about all that. I don't know anything about payment. I'm just trying to book people,
Well, tell them, exposure doesn't pay the bills there, Rob. Let them
$1,000 a plate.
Well, look, Rob, you did a great job by booking Shaun on the show tonight, man. And I want to take this opportunity.
I told you it was going to be awesome.
He said, hey, I can make it happen. We'll get Shaun Latham on the show. Here's Shaun Latham, ladies and gentlemen, on the sticky side. That being said, thanks again, Shaun, for joining us, man. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, I guess. Rob, you got anything else before we go?
Nope. Can't wait to see you in Atlantic City. That's kind of your stomping grounds.
Yes, it is. I'll see you the craps.
You gonna do a show? You're not gonna do any shows? What's going on?
Shit. I'm trying to get the shows going in the host hotels though, but on non-casino weeks. That's my next move in Cornhole is to get the show on a Saturday night after all the tournament shit's over. And then we'll have a fucking show at the hotel at 10:30, bro.
That's a good idea, man.
Yeah, that's when it'll rock. Have 200 motherfuckers in there getting rowdy.
Are you married? Are you married? Got kids or anything, Shaun?
No kids, but I'm engaged. I have a beautiful, lovely bride to be.
Oh, congratulations!
We're in Florida. Thank you. We're in Florida right now. We flew down here with her family. Her dad got her mom Eagles tickets tomorrow night. Nice. So we came for that, and then my lady and her mom and her aunt are all going to go.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hotel California live, and then probably
that'd
come
be
over
pretty
early.
Sweet. Nice. Come on early.
I hope they better come out early, bro. The Eagles have to understand. The age demo here is calling for fucking lights out early. So I'm a big Eagles guy, but don't be trying to come out at fucking midnight like you're Travis Scott.
Like you're in the damn Vegas, man.
I don't even
know
down
what
there at Wycliffe.
Wycliffe came out at 2 a.m., bro, at the host hotel. You weren't around. I was trying to find you.
We wanted to go, bro. I just didn't have it in me, bro. I didn't have it in me after dinner. I was too hammered.
Wycliffe
I was too
at 2 a.m.
Food hammered. I ate so much. I drank a bunch of sake and beers, and I was just like, man, I ain't going to no fucking party right now. Fuck that. I get up at 7.
2 a.m. Pacific time, man. 2 a.m. Pacific time. We're not from there. Yeah. That's not our thing.
5 a.m. for your old ass.
Oh, man. Yeah, stop it. Stop it. I was there, though. He was good. Wycliffe was good, man.
He's really good. Bro, one time I was in the Caribbean, I had this really cool production job. I know the show's over, but real quick.
No, go ahead.
And I had this cool-ass production job, and it was an event for the people who own MTV. I forgot the company name. They own VH1, MTV, BET. Anyways, an event for all like their high ups and all that shit. And then they had a concert down there in St. Kitts, on the island of St. Kitts. They had like an 18-wheeler tractor come in. That was the trailer was a stage. It would open up, but then it like rained crazy for like a full day. So this thing was just like sopped in mud, trying to get pulled out by tractors. They ended up having the concert, and Wyclef is on the concert. It's probably like 4,000 Caribbean, people in St. Kitts just rocking with Wyclef. And then at one point, Wyclef gets on his bodyguard, who's like a 6'8" biker looking dude, with just like a leather vest on only, and gets on his shoulders and goes to the middle of the concert, where right in the middle of the crowd, bro. Wyclef with his wireless mic in the middle of this crowd, in the middle of St. Kitts in the Caribbean, bro, just fucking rocking on his bodyguard's 7-foot shoulders and shit, rapping from the guy's shoulders in the middle of the crowd. It was incredible. Then he
That'd be awesome, man.
It was, bro. It was so incredible. I was like, all right, I've seen Wyclef. I was like, I've already maxed out at Wyclef. Like, I can't do better than that. Like, so.
Yeah, how can you get better than that? No doubt.
But yeah, everybody said it was awesome. Everybody said he's a great performer. The guy's incredible. Pours it out every time. Some people send it in. Man. Some people pour it out. You know what I mean?
That dude pours it out, bro.
Yeah, that's what you got to respect.
That was good stuff.
I've met Wyclef.
Tired of that guy. He's probably tired of them damn songs, dude.
No, I mean,
you gotta be.
Because I'll be gone to November. I'll be gone to November. That is Wyclef.
You keep giving me $200,000 to come sing the same 6 songs over and over. Guess who's going to be singing? Me, bro. The same 6 songs.
Why do you think Def Leppard, Poison, and Motley Crue is still touring? Because they get money to play all that shit.
Same 6 songs, bro.
New Kids on the Block, bro.
Yes, hell yeah.
New men on the street, more like it.
Old men on the street.
Old men on the street. Rob, you've been to a New Kids concert.
Man, I love New Kids. I ain't gonna lie. I like boy bands. I'm okay with them. Go to one. Take your ass to a boy band concert and see what happens. See if you don't like it too.
I've been to NSYNC before, man, but when I went to NSYNC, it was when they were in. Way back in I don't know. You
still got the same fucking haircut though. I don't understand that.
Hey, it is what it is. Hey, well, never mind. We've covered you wearing.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
Hold on. You got sound effects. Oh shit. It ain't. I don't hear it. Oh yeah. There it is. The right
sticky
stuff.
Side.
Isolate that.
Isolate that, bro.
Isolate that.
I'm on it.
Oh, hey, my God. That being said, man. Shaun.
Thank you.
I'm Mike. Man. That's Rob. That's Shaun. Thanks again for being on the show. We'll catch you next time on Sticky Side. Bye, everybody. Throw them straight.
All right, guys. I need you to send me $100.
$100.
Cause we all just wanna be cornhole stars saying keep ourselves and driving beat up cars. The crowd gets crazy and the beers ain't cheap. We get drunk all day so we just don't eat. And we hang out at the local bar, throwing bags in the hole like we have it all.